Gotta be true to yourself. In a world there's nothing else. Gotta play the game right, gotta make your path. You scratch, you dig, you lay in your ground. You bustin' your rounds, nobody gon' stop you. No ops, no cops, everything about you. Looking good, you good, she good. Y'all people really wanna know the reason? It's that ripple effect. That's just that ripple. That's just that ripple effect. What you do, come back triple.
Hey, what's going on? It's your girl K-Dot back in Ripple Effect. You already know what it is, and you already know the vibes. Yeah, you already know me out and about as per usual. Listen, we gotta talk about this Draymond Green fight. Listen, I know I didn't really talk about it while it was trending, but that's okay. I was just mulling things over, and as you know, we're not deep, but we getting like in the mix in the football season, right? So a lot of these things overlap, and I don't like to make too big a deal out of things, you know, when it comes to players fighting. Like, that happens. Like, teammates fight. So I didn't want to, like, go too far with it. But at the same time, that was a vicious hit. Now, I pretty much surveyed a lot of the, you know, NBA analysts and, you know, sports analysts, whatever you want to call them. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, it's really interesting how some of the ex-players, though, were kind of going in on Draymond Green. Like, almost like, I don't know if they were just trying to take free shots just because it's just open season on him because he obviously did something wrong, and they're just taking their shots while he's down, right? And I say all that to say this, like, as former players, especially some of these players that are talking, they know they were no angels. They know they weren't saints. And just because your stuff didn't get caught out there in video, or maybe you didn't play in a time where social media was, you know, so relevant to everyday life. Nowadays, you unfriend somebody like, yo, that's serious. Like, y'all beefing like this. Like, this is where we're at in the world right nowadays. So social media is out there. It's prevalent. Everybody has a phone. You know what I mean? And on that phone, you have cameras. Like, easy access, real quick. Boop, something happens, people just pull the camera out, and it's right there for the world to see. And honestly, there's a lot of people out here that are so righteous, right? Like, they're just like, act like they never did anything. I'm like, no, you just didn't do anything that got caught on camera. Like, let's keep it real. So that's why I'm not really trying to, like, judge like that. Vicious hit. Draymond Green is wrong. I'm not even trying to. This is not a right or wrong conversation. This is more of a, let's not act like you never did anything wrong type conversation. You know what I mean? And let's find a way, like, past it. I mean, this is what I mean in terms of that. I'm not even saying like you, the audience, you, the public. Nah, I love y'all. Make sure you like, listen, and subscribe. All right? I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about ex-players. Like, one dude, I'm going to say his name, J.R. Smith. I'm only going to say his name because I actually love the dude, man. I love his passion. I love his heart. I love what he did for the game. Him and Swaggy P, they definitely don't get enough credit. They definitely get ragged on. And, you know, in certain moments, like, you know, rightfully so, right? Probably playing around too much, joking around. But honestly, they make the game fun. They love the game. And honestly, like, I kind of fit in their kind of, like, personality. So I feel for guys like that personally, on a personal note. So that's why I feel like I can kind of go at him a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, JR, my man, then you throw some hot soup on one of your assistant coaches? Not even the players. Not even saying, like, that's, I mean, we're splitting hairs with that one, right? I mean, that's just, you don't throw hot soup on people, right? That's legit assault. Like, that's like, and battery and maybe aggravated. I don't know a law like that, but I'm just saying, like, that's pretty crazy. Throwing some hot soup on somebody. You're assistant coach nonetheless. You're a leader. You're supposed to. But then again, I don't know what was said. I don't know what transpired to trigger him to do that. I don't think. I mean, there's not really much that should really trigger someone to throw hot soup on you unless they put hands on you. Because I don't know what was so powerful that was said to make someone throw hot soup on you. But point is, if you throw hot soup on people, stop. That's like OJ commenting on things. Like, you know, glass houses, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying. People are seriously acting like they didn't get into altercation or different things that if the public had have seen it, you know, if it was for public consumption, you know, it would be like a whole other thing. And then we'd be looking at you differently, right? At the end of the day, this is between the Golden State Warriors and Draymond Green. I say it like that because he did indeed broke a trust. Let's call it what it is. I don't care. I hear all these other analysts saying, no, it's just between Draymond and Jordan Poole. I can't even say that necessarily, only because I don't know what was said. And like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't understand cause and effect. Like, I don't know what Jordan, like they said Draymond was dealing with some off the court issues. The only thing I know about Draymond off the court is the fact that he got married. And I heard it was a lit wedding. So I don't know if it was something to that. And I don't want to speculate. And I hope you guys don't either. And then say, oh, you heard it from me. No, you didn't. You didn't hear it from me. I'm just saying, for me personally, that's the only thing I know about Draymond Green off the court recently. And it doesn't sound bad, right? Obviously, someone getting married, right? So I'm just saying, so I don't know if it has something to do with that or it's just, you know, not going. I don't know. So I don't know if Jordan Poole might have said something that had to do with that off the court thing. And I don't know, because they're sitting here saying like it had nothing to do with basketball and it was just something that he had brought into basketball because he was dealing with some off the court stuff. So we'll leave it at that, because at the end of the day, we already know what it is. Organizations, they're very tight-lipped. You know what I mean? Like, they're not trying to make this any worse than it already is. It's already bad. The tape is out. Whoever released that tape, whoever made the tape, fired. Done. You shouldn't be involved in any organization, because, yeah, you are a turncoat. You are the type of person that you work for money. You know, you have no loyalties. People like that, you definitely don't want to be around. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise that they found out who that person was, and it was this situation, maybe not something else that's more detrimental to the team, you know? Not saying that that's not detrimental, but, you know, there's other things, trust me, and we'll probably find out more with the whole Snyder situation and the Commanders, and that's so unfortunate, you know, after I just got, you know, was lucky enough to be in a position, you know, to have received, you know, season tickets to the Commanders and be able to see, you know, them play, and it's like, man, that's rough, you know? But my opinion is, do I think Draymond Green is going to be with the Golden State Warriors? It's tough. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, just get him out of there because he had a vicious punch on Poole. Like, I'm not going to say that. I know a lot of people are, and that's on you, you know. But at the same time, I do understand Draymond Green's value. If you're just looking at a couple of instances where he didn't play up to snuff, but you're not looking at the totality of what he brings to the team and his leadership, and people don't understand. Like, if you watch the Golden State Warriors from the start of the season to finish, you would see Draymond Green's impact. You would understand his impact. You would see how when he was out with that back injury, how much they struggled. You didn't see who the real leader was. Yeah, you can point to Clay and how he's still getting back. But I'm telling you, when it comes to defense, when it comes to galvanizing guys and getting them to, you know their place. And I'm telling you, when the playoffs come, you need that dog. You need that fight in you. Memphis, without Draymond, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it. But I'm just being realistic. I'm just letting you know. I mean, we don't know what Wiseman's going to be. You know, people get excited. And rightfully so. You can get excited in Kuminga. I mean, they have a nice young core. And you just signed Wiggins, the extension. You just signed Poole. Everything looks great. Everything, like I said, on paper. But with this incident, it's like... But at the same time, I feel like even before the punch, they were going to run into this incident anyway. Draymond Green is looking for an extension. Obviously, when you punch somebody in the face, that's probably, you know what I mean, someone that they definitely are paying, someone that they are making a priority to pay, you know what I mean, knowing the luxury tax, and they're going to have to pay regardless, trying to squeeze Wiggins in there. You know what I mean? And for Draymond to do that, unless Draymond already knew, like, yo, you guys not paying me anyway. This kid is talking whatever, and I just felt the need to whatever. I'm just going to go play with the Lakers anyway. So I don't know if he's just trying to make things uncomfortable. Like, I don't... Sometimes... But what I will say is, I hear a lot of things, you know, Draymond Green may need help in this. I don't know. I can't speculate on his personal life and whether he has an anger management problem. Yeah, we can point to a lot of events where he was, you know, he's the emotional leader and how a lot of times it's cost him, right? You know, but, I mean, 4 championships, I mean, it's definitely been more of a positive than a negative if you want to see the bigger picture. But at the same time, has it run its course? And they're just not willing to give Draymond what he wants, which is his max deal anyway. And he just wants to go play with LeBron, and he'll have more opportunities, obviously, in LA to do a bunch of different things that I know that he's trying to do. I mean, they're already, like, LeBron and Draymond already have gone into business together. Like, they're gone into ownership, in an ownership group together for a pickleball team. I just found out what pickleball was. So, I mean, apparently, you know, it's going to be this hot and up-and-coming thing. And when you look at bright minds like LeBron James, if he's investing in it, you should probably look into it. I might look into it myself, only because he obviously sees potential, and LeBron James did not get to being a billionaire you know, for no reason. It wasn't just playing basketball. I understand that. Obviously basketball was, you know, the catalyst, but at the end of the day, smart. So that's my belief. That's my belief. I mean, is it a smart move of the Warriors? I just don't see it. People can sit there and say, oh, they're professionals, they'll move. You're right. They are professionals. Meaning, when things like this happen and they have to do what's best for the team at the end of the day, it could just mean that you're getting traded. That's being professional too, right? Sucking it up and just realizing that maybe we can get some assets out of you versus overpaying you. You know what I mean? And then causing that constant controversy throughout, you know, however long throughout your tenure here, you know. So, I mean, we just got to be realistic. We got to understand. People can act like they're being objective and they can just sit there and, yo, I mean, he damn near knocked Poole out. Let's call it what it is. Like, we can't shy away from the truth. Like, somebody knocks you out. I mean, I'm listening to all the other, they're like, you have to see me every day after practice, like, and it's true, and it's not even to be on some, like, you know, gangster, like, I'm from the, it's not even just that. It's just, I would hate, personally, for Jordan Poole to kind of hold this in some type of way, and then when somebody else, like, triggers him, and then he kind of unloads on them. Meanwhile, Draymond should have gotten that from him. You know, you understand? That's kind of where I'm coming from with it. It might just be over with Draymond. It's really hard to say. I think that ring ceremony, you know, with their families and everything there, I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to be as normal as possible and try to not make it awkward. And I don't know, man. Like, it's a bigger deal than I think some people are really realizing. And this is not a scuffle. This is not two guys going at it. This was Draymond walking up into his face. Like I said, we don't know what was said, so I'm not going to go into it all that much. But some people have different ideas of what a sucker punch is. I'm not going to say sucker punch because that's not... Like, you can tell, like, something was about to happen. So I'm not going to say it was a sucker punch because... Anytime you put your hands on somebody, your hands should be up. This is what I was taught. I'm just saying. I don't know where you're from, where maybe you can enlighten me and tell me, like, but to me, Draymond initiated. So I've learned this, like, just kind of this is why I like to observe first. So what I've realized that in different cultures, people have different meanings. Some people will say, oh,